with you wherever that may be.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is not going as planned. We had a lot of summer events that we were going to go to because we're wrapping up summer. We are here at the urgent care center. It's been quite the morning. So Jane broke out into a rash. It was about 3 days ago, and it started on her chest and then moved over to her back, and then we started noticing like a different kind of rash on her legs. And so I've been giving her Benadryl. Has not been working at all. She hasn't been doing anything different. She hasn't been eating anything different, hasn't been going anywhere different. We haven't changed anything in the house recently, so I really don't know what this could be. I don't know if it's a viral rash or what, but it really does look like there's two forms of rashes that is spreading throughout her body. So what we ended up doing yesterday, because by then it was 2 days and it was all over her body and the Benadryl wasn't working, is we went to Wilford Hall emergency room. We had summer plans then too, but we decided, you know, this is important. We need to get her to the emergency room, see what's going on. Waited for 4 hours in the waiting room, and the kids were getting hungry and they were just getting so antsy. Over the 4 hours that we were waiting, they did fantastic. I was very proud of them. They sat in their seats. We played some games on the tablet, and I did some reading, and they were just waiting, just chilling. And then we started getting hungry, and 4 hours is a long time for kids to just sit in a chair. So I went up and asked the lady at the desk how much further we have to wait. And she said, well, the wait is at least 5 hours and expected to be longer. So she said, you're gonna have to wait probably another hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe more. So I'm like, okay, let's try the Benadryl one more night, see if this is gonna clear up. So we went to the store, got more Benadryl, and our hope was that it would clear up this morning. It actually got worse. So Adam went to work, and he's like, let me contact her physician. There's a way that he can write a note to the physician, and then they'll give him a call on what they think we should do. And they ended up calling me really quickly, and they're like asking me a bunch of questions. She doesn't have a fever, she's not itchy, none of that. It's just more of a visual kind of thing, just a rash all over her body. It's even gotten to be on her cheeks and her neck and behind the ears. So she went into their system to see if they have an opening for today or tomorrow to see her physician, and they are completely booked. So she recommended that we either go to BAMC, which is further up the road. We have to drive through the city to BAMC. That's at Fort Sam Houston. So she would go to BAMC emergency room, or we could try Wilford Hall again, but with all the veterans that go into there and all of the basic trainees that go in there. There were so many of them yesterday. I think they get priority over spouses and child dependents. It really definitely seemed that way. I think that's why we were waiting so long. She recommended those two, but she highly recommended that we go to Little Spurs urgent care because she thinks that we'd be seen faster. And they are definitely approved in their TRICARE system. So we are here. We were able to make an appointment this time, and we are gonna head on in there. We're a little bit early, so hopefully they don't take too long. Hopefully we can figure this out. Bug, she's feeling perfectly fine. She's functioning well. She feels good. No fever, no nothing. She's eating well, acting normal. It's just she's got this rash all over her body. I'll show you guys a little bit more once we get into a room in there, but we're gonna head on in, check in, and see if they can get us going so that we can get home and allow her to rest a little bit. But here we are, back at urgent care. I never went to the doctors as often as I do now with kids. So if you guys are thinking about having kids, get a really good healthcare plan and expect to make multiple trips to the doctors. It's probably gonna happen, unfortunately. Kids get sick a lot. But you guys ready to go in? Yeah? I didn't bring tablets or anything, so we're probably gonna have to use my phone. They wanna watch Sing 2 on my phone, so I'll have to see if we have a streaming platform that uses it. You're a crazy boy.
I'm upside down.
Jane was just checked in. Told you guys I would show you what the rashes look like. Her face looks like it's really clearing up, but it was on her cheeks this morning. Yes, please sit down.
Can I sit down here?
Yes, you can, buddy. It was behind her ears, but yeah, it actually looks a little bit better than it did this morning. But you can see this is all over her body, absolutely everywhere. And then on her legs, she has these little bumps that normally look more like white pimples,
Mommy,
but they're turning
I had those
red.
Like a few days ago.
Yeah, 3 days ago.
No, few. Like when we could go to the new library, I had it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, you can see it's all over your legs, bud. And it's still not itching?
Way down.
No. Jean, do you remember the last time we were in this room? Yeah, that was worse because you had a very high fever. You were at home with Daddy.
No, at school.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. You were, no, hands out of the mouth. You were at school.
And Daddy was
And did I picked you up from school.
I remember it. I think it's. Remember the day when the doctors at the other doctors?
Yeah, we took you here first, and they tested you for strep and the flu, and I think they said you only had the flu, but then your fever hiked so high that we took you to the ER on base, and you were there a long time. Yeah, you were actually so. We were there all night. You were so sick that you started yelling at the doctor. I'm like, I'm so sorry, sir. This is not how she normally is.
You had to sleep there?
Yeah, we slept overnight there.
What?
It was a very long
Well,
day.
you didn't sleep. What did you do?
No, I stayed awake, but you did. You slept.
Well,
Yeah,
you
I don't want to go through that ever again. And guys, that video is on the channel, what we're talking about. So hopefully they'll come in here and check you out and see what we're gonna do. I'm sure they're gonna give you some type of medication to help this. And then we may need to keep you out of the sun.
For a few days?
Yeah, because I assume it's gonna get worse. Let me see the other side.
Worse and worse.
Worse in the sun.
What about me?
You're good.
Look at Mom.
You're all good. I know.
Mom, we still have your doctor appointment today.
I have a doctor appointment too this evening, but if we're here too long, I may have to reschedule, but that's okay.
Mom.
We need to figure out what's going on with you.
Phone.
My phone?
Yeah.
We just got home and happy to report it's a virus that is running its course. No medicine is needed. It's called fifth disease, and she could have gotten it anywhere. Yeah, there's no telling where she got it, but they said that the rash throughout the whole body is the last symptom that she would have. So she's had this for a while, but we are now finding out because the rash is all over her body. So if you or your child experience bright red or rosy rash on both cheeks for 1 to 3 days, which is exactly what she has, that is a symptom. The rash on the cheeks is followed by a pink lace-like or net-like rash on the arms or legs. And the lacy rash comes and goes several times throughout 1 to 3 weeks. So the rash may even return. They also may have a low-grade fever of maybe like 101, but did you ever feel weak throughout the past week or so? Did you feel sick? You never told me anything.
No.
She wasn't acting any different either. So just something that happens from time to time. There's no medicine that needs to be given. So she's gonna be perfectly fine. We just need to keep an eye on her, keep her out of the heat, and keep her out of the sun. So we had plans to go on a hike up in Fredericksburg this weekend. We were gonna go to the Enchanted Rock, but I think we're gonna have to hold off on that. We're gonna have to go another time before peach season ends, because the main reason we were gonna go to Fredericksburg is because they have their peach season from mid-May to mid-August. So we still have a little bit more time to get that done. We want some peach cobbler or peach ice cream. So you guys will have to come along for that. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day, and Jane still has the rash all over her body. We're now on day 4. So hopefully it goes away very soon. We're gonna continue to keep her out of the sun and out of the heat. I did notice this morning that Peter has a little bit of a red mark on his cheek. You could kind of see it on his, yeah, see it right there? I wonder if he got it. It does transfer through like a cough or a sneeze. So I don't know where we were at, but somewhere where we went, the kids were in the path of a sneeze or a cough, and they ended up getting the 5th disease. I was very curious how this disease got its name. And I guess at the time that it started popping up, many, many years ago, it was the 5th disease on the list for that year. So it just adopted that name as the 5th disease. So last night I did a little bit of digging. I wanted to learn more than what the clinic told us yesterday. I felt like there was a little bit more to it. I learned that this disease primarily impacts children from the ages of 5 to 15. Adults that are pregnant are highly at risk because this disease can transfer from the mother to the child. It is very rare that adults contract this disease, but pregnant women are susceptible. So many years ago, it was a hot topic for pregnant women who came in contact with 5th disease. So this is very much a concern. My thought on this is we didn't even know that Jane had this virus in her until the rash showed up. And by the time the rash showed up, she was no longer contagious. So cover your mouths. Make sure you use your tissues when you're blowing your nose. Wash your hands right away. Do your part to make sure that those around you stay healthy and you stay healthy as well. I always tell the kids, keep your hands out of your mouth. Don't touch certain things, you know. Always wash your hands and sing the happy birthday song or count to 20. So we always stress that. We don't want to see our children get sick. And when this rash showed up on Jane, it very much freaked me out. Thank goodness it's very much a mild virus. It doesn't cause any prolonged impact. She's not itching. She's not uncomfortable. It's just a visual thing at this point. But wanted to share this with you. I'm gonna go ahead and read it so that you guys are a little bit more aware of this too. If you are parents and you see rashes across your children's cheek, they call it a slap cheek, I think it's called, because it looks like the children were slapped in the face. But that's where the rash begins, and then it starts to spread throughout the body like what Jane had. But this is something to be aware of. Children will come down with the rash 10 to 14 days after they have been exposed to the virus. The disease is contagious during the week before the rash begins. So she was contagious last week. Therefore, exposed children should try to avoid contact with pregnant women, but that can be difficult. Once a child has the bright red or lacy rash, he is no longer considered contagious and does not need to stay home for daycare or school. They can continue on with their day. So that's what the clinic told us. Jane's fine, she can go on, just keep her out of the sun and the heat. Most adults who get 5th disease develop just a mild pinkness of the cheeks or no rash at all. Adults develop joint pains, especially in the knees, more often than a rash. These pains may last 1 to 3 months. Taking ibuprofen usually relieves these symptoms. So basically, if you are a teen or an adult and you contract this 5th disease, and you have arthritis, it will heighten it. So your joints will get very swollen, and it's going to be a little bit more of a painful situation for you. So that's why they say take ibuprofen. And the reason they say that women that are pregnant who contract this disease are at extreme risk is because some babies develop complications if they were infected with Fifth disease from the mother before their birth. So some babies may develop some anemia, and 2% may pass away. Just wanted to share the little bit of information that I found out last night through a little bit of digging, and I think Jane will be fine. Peter, I don't know if that little blemish on his cheek is the disease. If he doesn't have it, I'll be very surprised because they're with each other all the time. Adam and I feel fine. Do you feel fine now? They haven't been complaining of a fever, body aches, or anything. They've just been carrying on with their days. So the rash is really the sign of this for us. But hope this was helpful for you guys. If you guys have children and you find that your children come up with the rash on their cheeks, most likely this is what it is. So I'm very happy that you're going to be okay. But today we are going to be resting. It is a Thursday, so we usually rest on our Fridays. We take school very lightly, do a little bit of housework, and just get ready for a fun weekend with the family. But I think we're going to start our weekend a little early. How's that sound?
Good.
Good? Yeah. But Jane has my old hat on. I bought that hat many, many years ago.
No.
I did. I bought that at Comic-Con before you were born.
No.
Yes.
Peter had it. Peter put it on Peter's head.
Yes, but I bought that hat many years ago. Adam and I used to go to Comic-Con every year. That was like the vacation of the year. I would go every single day, even preview night. And that is where I would get all of my t-shirts for the year, all of my fun little comic nerdy stuff. And I met so many people at Comic-Con, a lot of actors, a lot of comic book artists and writers, and it was the highlight of the year. And we had a great time every single day. And we were waking up very, very early, I think sometimes at like 2 a.m, so that we can get in line for Hall H, where the bigger attractions were. That's where a lot of the newer movies were announced. Big time actors would show up on their panels, and we wanted to make sure that we got a seat in there. We hope to make it back out to Comic-Con. It was a blast, and we definitely want to share that experience with the kiddos. Oh, thank you. I'm okay. She just brought me my vlogging stand because my arm's getting a little tired holding up the camera. But with that, I think we're going to call it quits with the vlog today. We are going to be just chilling out, like I said, and letting the kiddo here rest. And if Peter has it, he's going to get some relaxation time today too. So thank you guys so much for tagging along with us on another urgent care trip. I feel like we're there all the time. At this point, I feel like we should walk into the door and the staff should say, "Hey, welcome again. How's the family doing this week?" But guys, if
That
you're,
would be funny.
that would be funny, and I'm wondering if that's the case at this point. But thank you guys for tagging along with us, and if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We go on a lot of adventures. We enjoy bringing you guys along for it all. We also share our day in the lives with you. If we're out doing something, we'll vlog our day and bring you guys along for that. And it's been a great adventure, and we appreciate your guys' support. I do want to say that there has been a lot of people recently asking if we have like a P.O. box or any way that they could send things to us. And at this time we don't. Because there are so many people asking, I may look into it. And that has been something I've wanted to do into the future, but it's been a common question lately. So I think I may have to move that goal up sooner rather than later. So I'll keep you guys updated on if we open up a P.O. box soon while we're here in San Antonio, or we may have to wait until our next duty station. I'm not too sure. But we do have a donate button in the description on our channel if that's something that you guys want to do. And there's also YouTube super chats that you guys can do if that's something that you're interested in. But we definitely appreciate you guys' support. It is so kind of you to want to send our family something in the mail. That just touches our heart for sure, that you guys are thinking of us. But if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button, come along with us, and we appreciate you guys tuning in and watching our family throughout the week. And you want to say bye-bye?
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that